So welcome. Make yourself comfortable, and you don't need to close your eyes or open your eyes, whichever is more comfortable. But just settle in. And what we're going to explore in this short meditation is the premise that the self is already always here. That no matter what parts are here, no matter what your background, that within a moment, once we learn how to recognize, where to look, what to look for, and what not to look for, we can discover or uncover this natural self, this no self, this feeling of being that is our very nature and source of mind. So one of the main obstacles to recognizing or being the self that we are is a managing part or a self-like part, which some people call ego identification or a self-like managing part. So in this simple inquiry, what we're going to do is realize that those self-like parts and those managing parts take themselves to be who we are. So it's not even that we identify as them, it's more that they identify as us, and then we become them, and they begin to try to solve the problem of identity. So they're supposed to be managing, as ego functions, the daily life and checking out whether a light is green or red as we cross the street. But what will happen if we just simply respect and acknowledge this identity part, this part which is trying to get this meditation? And then we notice that it's trying to solve a problem which it can never solve. And so it ends up in this kind of perpetual dissatisfaction because it's just a small point of view. So what we're going to do is simply ask yourself this question in a moment. I'll tell you what it is first, and you can just understand it with your mind. The question is simply, what's here now when there's no problem to solve? So it's not about the problems of your everyday life. It's about this job that the managing part, the ego identity, or the self-like part is taking on. And when that relaxes, when that opens, when awareness can simply be aware of what's here and notice where you're aware from, just feel from awareness where you are located and what that sense of self and what that feeling of being is like. So very simply, I'll ask the question, you can inquire, and then let your awareness respect that part that is currently identified as you, ask it for some space, and then let the aware space look down, out, and within to see what's here when awareness begins to know itself as itself. So simply, what's here now when there's no problem to solve? When there's nothing to do, you leave everything as it is. Just notice when you don't go up to thought to know, and don't go down to sleep to rest. You may notice what you're aware of, but then just simply rest back and notice what's actually aware of the space, of the movement, of your body, of any parts. What's that that's aware when there's no problem to solve? Notice the qualities of absence or relief. And then the qualities of presence or being. What's here? Who's here? Where are you located when there's no problem to solve? Enjoy. Okay, so that's the first one. You can add